Welcome to English podcasts, videos, podcasts and quizzes.
Visit our website at english-podcast.com
and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more learning content and free giveaways.
Welcome to another episode of our mini-series Beat by Beat, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating world of music history and in genres of music. I'm your host Chris, and today we have a special journey planned for you as we explore the unique and enduring phenomenon known as Northern Soul. So over the next few minutes in this podcast, we'll chart the beginnings and the popularity of Northern Soul and see where it stands today in today's musical landscape. The term Northern Soul was first coined by Dave Godin, a British music journalist and record store owner. He used it to describe this type of soul music being played and embraced by the working class youth in the north of England. And this music was different from the Motown and mainstream soul sound of the time. It was raw, gritty, and often overlooked by the mainstream music industry. So let's start our journey by going back to the early 1960s. In the industrial towns and cities of northern England, the working class youth in these areas were captivated by the sounds of American soul music, but not the chart-topping hits. They were drawn to the rare, obscure and often overlooked tracks that weren't widely available, and these records, imported from the United States, formed the backbone of what we now know as Northern Soul, with music from labels such as Motown, Stax and Atlantic. The music provided an escape from the daily grind and hardships of the time, and Northern Soul scene soon spread to other clubs and cities in the UK. And it all began in the dance halls and nightclubs of industrial cities like Manchester, Wigan and Stoke-on-Trent. And these venues became the epicentres of a unique music and dance movement that would eventually take the UK by storm. The Twisted Wheel Club in Manchester is often credited as one of the birthplaces of Northern Soul, and DJs like Roger Eagle and Ian Levine started spinning these rare soul records, and a passionate subculture began to take shape. And the mecca for Northern Soul was Wigan Casino, with its all-nighters being popular across the UK and even into the European mainland. Northern Soul was about much more than just the music. It was a complete dance and fashion culture, and the dance floors of Northern Soul clubs were like no other, and the dancers, often known as Northern Soulies, would perform energetic and acrobatic moves, creating a unique style that was all their own. And the all-nighters at venues like Wigan Casino and Blackpool Mecca became legendary for their frenetic dancing and all-night music sessions. The sense of communities in these Northern Soul clubs was strong, and it wasn't just about the music and dancing, it was also a fashion statement, and elaborate and stylish outfits were worn, including tailored suits, vests and distinctive patches. The famous clenched fist became part of the Northern Soul identity, and the Northern Soul stomp became iconic, and the dancers' energy was unmatched. It was a culture that not only celebrated the music, but also the community it fostered. By the late 70s, Northern Soul had reached its zenith. Some tracks that were once extremely rare had gained popularity and mainstream attention was turning towards a subculture. Artists like Gloria Jones, Edwin Starr found a new audience through the Northern Soul scene. However, this surge in popularity also led to a change in the music landscape. So let me take you back in time. Picture this, a dusty and dimly lit record shop filled with stacks of obscure vinyl records imported from the United States. Enthusiasts spent countless hours digging through crates of records, searching for rare and overlooked tracks, which would have included artists like Frank Wilson, Gloria Jones and Dobie Gray. Frank Wilson's Do I Love You? Indeed I Do was one of the first tracks, arguably, to capture the hearts of Northern Soul fans. It was elusive, but its upbeat tempo and emotional lyrics made it an instant Northern Soul classic. And Gloria Jones's Tainted Love is another track that became synonymous with Northern Soul. While a version didn't achieve mainstream success like that of Soft Cell and Mark Almond, it became a cherished gem on the Northern Soul scene. And DJ pioneers like Ian Levine, Russ Winstanley and Richard Serling began playing these rare gems in all-night dance events, introducing the world to a distinctive blend of rhythm and blues, Motown and lesser-known soul tracks. The Isley Brothers' This Old Heart of Mine remains a timeless classic and a staple at Northern Soul gatherings. It's a track that bridges generations and embodies the enduring spirit of the Northern Soul movement. With the emergence of disco and punk in the late 70s, the Northern Soul scene began to decline. Some clubs closed their doors and all-nighters became less frequent. The original vinyl records that were so difficult to find and cherished by Northern Soulies became more widely available as reissues, making the scene less exclusive. But Northern Soul didn't die. Instead, it underwent a revival in the late 70s and 80s and to a new generation of music lovers. DJs and collectors rediscovered and reinvigorated the genre. This revival brought Northern Soul to a more diverse audience, with events and all-nighters taking place not only in the UK, but across the globe. But finally, the Wigan Casino, one of its most iconic venues of Northern Soul, finally closed its doors in 1981, and the decline of vinyl record sales and the broader shift in music taste contributed to the scene's waning influence. But, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Northern Soul experienced a revival in the 90s. Clubs like the 100 Club in London and the Golden Torch in Stoke-on-Trent helped breathe new life into the scene. Additionally, the release of the film Northern Soul in 2014 reignited interest among younger generations. So where is Northern Soul today? Well, it really never went away. While it may not have the same prominence it did in the 70s, the subculture is alive and well and kicking, and modern-day events and Northern Soul nights continue to attract a loyal following. DJs and collectors still seek out those rare records, and new generations of music lovers discover and appreciate the unique soul sound of Northern Soul. In the 21st century, Northern Soul has continued to evolve and adapt. New generations have embraced the music and it remains a thriving subculture. In an age of digital music, vinyl records still play a crucial role in preserving the authentic sound of Northern Soul, and vinyl collectors are as passionate as ever. Additionally, Northern Soul has left an indelible mark on the music industry, and many contemporary artists and producers draw inspiration from the Northern Soul era, infusing its signature sound into their own music. This enduring legacy ensures that the spirit of Northern Soul lives on. Modern artists like Amy Winehouse, Adele and Duffy have drawn inspiration from the soulful sounds of Northern Soul, and they've incorporated elements of the genre into their music, introducing it to new audiences and keeping its legacy alive. Amy Winehouse's Back to Black is a contemporary example of how Northern Soul continues to influence popular music, and her powerful and emotive voice channels the soulful passion that's at the heart of this genre. As we conclude our journey into the world of Northern Soul, we've seen how this subculture, born out of a love for obscure American soul music, has left an indelible mark on music history. And its impact can still be felt today, from the dance floors of underground clubs to the inspiration it provides to contemporary artists. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Beat by Beat. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe to our podcast, subscribe also to our YouTube channel, and leave a review if you like. And remember, the soulful sounds of Northern Soul continue to echo through time, reminding us of the power of music to bring people together and create something truly unique. Until next time, where we'll be discovering the roots of reggae, keep the music alive.
Thank you for joining us today.
We hope you enjoyed our content.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel
And follow us on Facebook and Instagram at english-podcasts.com.